We can start with the Irish media. Are there any questions?
Did Ireland do anything today to surprise you compared to how you had prepared this week?
No, it's a bit what we said in the dressing room, especially at halftime. They didn't need to do nothing special, just going through their system, their attack. They were always on the front foot, and after several phases, we were kind of waiting for them. Is a big lines of the first half. It was not always like that. Sometimes we defend better. Sometimes we had good balls. Sometimes the first half was a bit different than the second. But I think until when they got those 19 points of difference, then is when it's like the All Blacks some years ago. They just go through their basics, and because they had 100% of their line out, 100% of the scrum, 100% of the high balls. So, and then they just work their rucks in attack and defend with extreme efficiency. So now there was nothing, we expect that level of performance. They did what we know they can do. The frustration is more that we couldn't put a bit more pressure on them like we wanted.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Gonzalo, would you accept that it's very hard for your team to put pressure on when you're on the back foot the whole time and it's just unrelenting?
Yeah. It's first half was like that, especially that we were surprised because we did it much better against England. So it's not like we know that we can do it, and we know that we have the players with the capacity of doing it a bit more in the first half. And the result is that in the second half it was much better, and we have to analyze the game because we all, after the games, we stay with these images, global images. And I agree, even with what Mitch said, it's tough to say because you just lost by 40 points or 30. We lost less than France at home. But it's true that there were a lot of moments in this game. And in second half, we were not that much on our back foot. We defend better, but then it's a game of rugby. It's about also putting pressure with the ball, and we never forced Ireland to put their defense under pressure. So then you get a bit of frustration, and we never could get into the game. It was not always on the back foot, I think.
Yes.
From off the ball, how tough is results like that to take after it's been such good progress in Italy over the last number of years?
Yeah, it's hard. It's like what Michele was saying, and I was speaking with a couple of the leaders at the beginning of the week. They said what happens a lot is that we do a good performance, and then the next one is tough, and we had bad results, depending on how good the other team play, but the bad results happen. So we tried to talk about it, we worked on it, we prepared the week well, but it's tough to see, that there was not a 2-week miracle. Like, we've been working together for 3 weeks now, 1 week, 2 days and 2 weeks. So, of course, we want things to move faster, we want things to change. Again, with this level of Ireland, I don't know how many teams can beat them in the world today, so I'm not talking about winning or losing. I'm talking, I think, where your question goes is to feel a bit more of improvement. What is really hard today for me is knowing how they worked, how they prepared the game, what they showed. We don't lie to ourselves. We know that we have some limits, but we also know when we work more or less and we work well. So for a coach, the hardest part is when you feel that the guys are doing the effort, they're trying hard, they are doing what is supposed to be done on the week, and then we cannot put it a bit more on the pitch. A lot of that is thanks to the good performance of Ireland, but it's a bit hard. But it's the good news is we have an opportunity of playing again a huge game away against a huge team. So we have another opportunity of not throwing to the bin all the work that is done. It's been done all over these last 3 weeks, and maybe we're gonna express something more close to what we can do against France.
Last question, please.
Gonzalo, you spoke before the tournament about team DNA especially in attack, I think. And we all know Italy are a team that more so than most in the Six Nations like to move the ball wide. This season, I know it's only 2 games, you're also kicking the ball more in open play, but you're not necessarily getting the same territory from that. And then when you do go wide, I didn't understand the Italian, but you said line speed a lot, so I'm guessing when you go wide, you're getting shut down a little bit. Does it feel like you're caught between 2 different ways? You're trying to become a bit more pragmatic and kick more, while also the wide attack is suffering a little bit?
No, honestly, today there was we didn't have a lot of balls to compare what we could do better. I think what the players feel that is improving and what they are happy about is that they can exit a bit better. They can handle better the moments where the team is a bit under pressure without only having to move the ball away, because in the last games of the last cycle, it was becoming a bit, they were getting under pressure trying to play from everywhere. But to play from everywhere, you need to have a bit the ball. So today it's tough to answer to that question because we didn't have any face attack. When I talk about line speed, it was more about our line speed in my Italian. Don't worry, even Italians, I don't think it was clear enough in my Italian. But I was talking about that we lacked of line speed in our defense. The defense of Ireland is extremely hard on the ruck zone, and they put so much pressure that they slow down every ball. So we knew it before the game. We prepared for that, but well, that's why they are the best in the world. You know what's coming, and you prepare yourself, but then they can do it. But I don't think I'm convinced and I think the players too. But we're gonna talk about it. I'm convinced of what we're trying to do and how we want to play. Today it was not in the pitch, but I think if we achieve a bit more to get close to what we are trying to do, continuing with the DNA of attack, but with a bit more pragmatic situations, using more our kicking game and attacking game a bit better, we will give ourselves more chances into the games that only running from everywhere in the pitch.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Grazie a tutti.